Buff Nation, what up? BWB, my bandwagon buffs. What it is, what it does, and what it's gonna be. It's your man's Harry Billion. I wanna welcome you to the TLP Daily Tracker. It's not a new channel, it's not where I'm headed to, it's just how I'm gonna give you little news bites. When you're on the TLP Sports Club YouTube channel, you will see a playlist that says TLP Daily Tracker. Anytime I see anything that I can just give you to you quick, like the 6 o'clock news format, where there's not gonna be a whole lot of commentary, quick news bites, things that I want to keep you in the know, where I can just grab things off of the wires and I don't have time to put it in a bigger package. I'm going to put it in the format of the TLP Daily Tracker. The saucy videos are still coming. They'll be working on the more documentary style videos to bring you more packaged stuff. I'm just adding this format to the playlist because I needed to get you the news a lot faster without a lot of sauce. With that being said, this is your first time coming to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, smash the subscribe button. Make sure to give the thumbs up, guys. Remember, right here we have Coach Prime and the Buff merch. That's the Amazon storefront. When you see something, say something. That's the TLP Sports hotline. Hot tips for TLP Sports at gmail.com. That's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. You guys know how you say, what's cracking? Instead of saying Harry B, what's cracking? I need you to say Harry B, what's tracking? When you hear me say, yo, that's that, for that, you gotta say like Chris Rock, what's tracking? So what's tracking? Thank you for saying that. The Minnesota Vikings are hiring Coach Patrick Hill. He is the DT, the defensive tackle coach with the Buffs. He is Coach Prime's defensive tackle coach. It's like a sad and good moment all in once because Coach is like, oh, I'm about to lose one of my guys, but it's a blessing for this man. That's a little bit of news that broke on the Well-Off Media channel.
Thank you. Tell them what you have.
Going to the Minnesota Vikings.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. You know, we got 2 Vikings there already.
Yes, sir.
Same way. It happened the same way. Yeah.
That's big, man.
Absolutely. I'm excited. I appreciate you.
You should be.
I appreciate you.
Knock it out. Open up the gate.
Yes, sir.
For us.
We'll do.
Us. For us. And you know who us are. Right?
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right.
I actually learned that.
You said what now?
I gotta get you on camera before you dip, man. How's it feel?
It's good, man. I'm excited, man.
What you going to Minnesota, right?
Yes, sir. Minnesota Vikings. I'll be leaving here Wednesday morning and excited for the opportunity, dog.
Hey, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing. Keep going up, man. Keep going up.
Yes, sir. We'll do it.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to dig a little deeper and bring that to you. Let's go to the wire and find out what they're writing about that. Harry B, put that on the screen. Let's go. Minnesota Vikings to hire Colorado DT coach Patrick Hill. Hill spent time with LSU this past season before being hired by Colorado. There have been a couple instances of people pursuing Colorado staffers that Deion Sanders has brought in for his inaugural season as the head coach. But up until Monday, the Buffs have been able to retain everyone. They fell victim to their first staffer leaving, as according to On3, defensive tackles coach Patrick Hill is expected to accept a position with the Minnesota Vikings as an assistant defensive line coach. Prior to being hired by Deion Sanders at Colorado, Hill spent last season as an analyst for LSU. Before he took the LSU role, he was the defensive line coach at Division III Birmingham Southern in 2021. He originally planned to leave Birmingham Southern for the defensive line coach job at Nicholls State, but was then offered and accepted the analyst position at LSU. While he was at LSU, he worked for Tigers defensive line coach Jamar Cain and was a big part of the reason the Tigers improved from number 10 in the SEC scoring defense last year to number 5 this season. You guys remember the story about Sean Lewis being vetted by Notre Dame by the Fighting Irish? He was a graduate assistant under the head coach who's at Notre Dame, and that head coach was vetting him over to Notre Dame. That was more of a parallel move. It's like he's going to be OC over at Notre Dame. He's already OC over here. That's not really a major move. Coach was able to intercept that and keep his guy Sean Lewis with the team. This one is a little bit different because this is the NFL. This is like the next level. When you have opportunities like this, you don't want this opportunity to pass. These kids are in college. They're going to graduate or they're going to go and be drafted by the NFL. That's the next level for most people. So that's a big deal for Mr. Patrick Hill. This is not necessarily bad news. This is good news. It's not a color thing. Whenever you get an an African-American coach to go to the next level is always a big deal because there's not a whole lot of them. The amount of African-American coaches that are working with Coach Prime at Colorado, that's groundbreaking in itself. So imagine this start winning. That's going to be more African-American coaches that are looked upon or that are looked at to go to that next level. This is like the pipeline from college to the NFL. That's where you want to be at. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. You can get another defensive tackle coach. Coach Prime has a lot of connections. I can guarantee you that Coach has somebody that he can put into that place that'll do just a great job as Mr. Patrick Hill. We want to say congratulations to defensive tackles coach Mr. Patrick Hill. Also cold in Minnesota, so you are going to another cold environment, so you're not going to miss a beat. We wish you well in Minnesota. Minnesota has a strong Liberian community out there, so say hi to my Liberians out there. Make sure you try the jollof, the best jollof in the world, the Liberian jollof. Forget about that Nigerian and that Ghanaian jollof. That's that. You know when I say that's that, what's tracking? Next on the Daily Tracker, we have 30 for 30. If you are a sports fan and you watch ESPN, you understand what 30 for 30 is, a documentary that's on ESPN. So 30 for 30 is just a play on words for ESPN's 30 for 30 documentaries. Our 30 for 30 for Buff Nation, go ahead, Harry, and put that on the screen. Whoosh. You see it on your screens. It says Colorado Springs game tickets before versus after Coach Prime's arrival. The tickets were sold at $10 for 2023 spring game. 30,000 tickets. And if you look on the right-hand side of that, they put the stadium photo where there's barely anybody at Folsom Field, not Folsom Stadium. Free tickets claimed for last 7 spring games combined. So if this said last 7 spring games, we only get one spring every year. So that's 7 years. 30,000 free tickets. They were able to only give out 30,000 free tickets combined for the last 7 seasons, for the last 7 years. Put that in perspective, the Liberian perspective. They couldn't give out the free tickets. That's how bad it stunk in Colorado for the last 7 years. The tickets were free, my goodness. All right, like please just take it. Please, somebody take these tickets. And then Coach Prime comes in, and Coach Prime is like, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? I ain't done. My presence alone is going to bring a lot of people. If you make those tickets free, you're going to need more traffic cops in Colorado come that spring day, comes April the 22nd. Coach was like, listen, we got to make these tickets cost something. These Louis bags aren't cheap. Everybody wants to be around something exciting. A lot of people are making their way out to Colorado, and that's a great thing. So that's that. What's tracking? All right, what's tracking next is that word from Coach Prime. He's going to be having a camera crew doing a documentary at the university. You guys saw the documentary that was on Amazon Prime Time and Prime hooking up. The documentary that was shot at Jackson State. You guys saw that documentary. So Coach Prime kind of leaked that information. They're going to be having a camera crew around the university, around the football team, and they are going to be shooting a documentary the same style that you saw at Jackson State. That documentary is going to be happening at Colorado. Colorado Buffs are going to have their own documentary. He kind of put it out there. He kind of said it in a weird way. So I don't really know if that was something he wanted to say at the time, just to kind of say it like that. It seems like it kind of got out the bag. It kind of got out there, and then he just kind of had to commit to it mentally. When I first heard it, it was almost like, I don't know if I wanted to say that just yet. I wanted to keep that in the bag for a second. But since it kind of got out there and it was on the video, he was just like, you know what? It is what it is. We're just going to go ahead and go with it. We don't know all of the details yet, but yes, they are working on a documentary that they're going to be putting out there for us to see about the school. I am a professional documentary shooter. Any more news that come out about what's happening, I'll give you guys that breakdown. I'll be doing a video so I can get more into details on that. But for the Daily Tracker, that's that. You know when I say that's that, what's tracking? So what's tracking next is Colorado Buffs wide receiver coach, Mr. Brett Bartoloni, says he's excited for Jordan Tyson's return this fall. What's that about? What you talking about, Coach Brett Bartoloni? Let's go over to Matt at the Colorado's Buffalo Wire at USA Today so we can get that one off the tracker. So go ahead, Harry B. Throw that on the screen real quick. Let's go. From the Buffalo's Wire, Matt, what you got? Colorado wide receivers coach Brett Bartoloni excited for Jordan Tyson's return in the fall. Spring football is right around the corner, and everybody is eagerly waiting to get a glimpse of the new look Colorado Buffaloes football team with Deion Sanders wearing the headset. Okay, that's the coach's headset to communicate with his people with those things in their ears. Hey, guy, stop throwing that ball. Stop chewing that gum so hard. Yo, Travis Hunter, stop thinking about your girlfriend and get your head in the game. Stop playing with me. You know, that's the coach's headphone. Go back to the news. Okay. One returning buff who might see an uptick in usage is wide receiver Jordan Tyson. However, Tyson won't be available for spring ball. According to Colorado wide receivers coach Brett Bartoloni, Jordan Tyson is a phenomenal player. Bartoloni said, "We look forward to getting him back in the fall. The talent level is there. It's just a matter of getting him acclimated to the new system." Tyson made some noise this past season, but a lower leg injury saw his season end early, and the recovery is taking some time. Tyson even threw a 37-yard pass in the win against Cal. It'll be interesting to see how new offensive coordinator Sean Lewis incorporates all of this talent into the offense. The Buffs added a ton of talent on offense, including a pair of USF transfer wide receivers and Travis Hunter, the two-way five-star player from Jackson State. Mr. Jordan Tyson, here are some good vibes. We will be praying for you. We are prayer warriors here at TLP Sports. We're going to be praying for you and your family and your fast recovery. We will see you in the fall. And that's that for Mr. Jordan. What's tracking? Dylan Edwards and Jimmy Horn Jr., they're racing. We got to go to Bucky for this one. Let's go ahead and throw it to Bucky footage. That is the World of Media guy. Bucky, you got to get at me. I got ideas. I'm a filmmaker, homie. I feel like me and Bucky will probably get along. What y'all think? I feel like when we meet, we probably going to be like, yo, we feel like brothers. We feel like we've known each other forever. We're going through the footage. Let's go.
Oh, Jimmy got a jump!
Dang. It look Jimmy to me.
I'm telling you, that might be a false start in track meet.
These guys are training. We all see the videos. They'll be posting the videos on social media. They post what they can post. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to show everything. They're not going to show all of the bag. They're not going to show all of these teams, give all the teams our secrets. So for you guys who may have some type of hesitation, or they're doing too much, or they're showing too much, nah. They're just showing some of what's going on. This is what helps to bring the recruits in. This helps to get the recruits to understanding that this is a family. We're building here. We're building camaraderie. We're building a lot of things over here. So you see what's happening over here. We're getting along. We're having fun, and we're training. But the real work is being done behind the scenes. So don't worry out there. Coach Prime is going to keep the main thing. But that is that for Mr. Dylan and Jimmy Horn Jr. Can I hear it? What's tracking? We're tracking Mr. Sean Lewis. ESPN is listing Mr. Sean Lewis as one of the top coordinators in college football. Something tells me this guy's going to be on his way to the NFL real soon. Are you feeling like Sean Lewis might be the next guy to go to the NFL? I'm starting to feel that way. Don't quote me on that yet, all right? But I'm starting to feel like Mr. Sean Lewis is going to be heading to the NFL in the very near future. When everybody starts talking and everybody starts saying you're the best, or like you're the one of the best, the one of the brightest minds in something, guess who's paying attention? The NFL. And the NFL needs coordinators. For this one, we're going to the Buffalo's Wire.usatoday.com. This one is also being reported by my guy, Matt. Matt, what you got? ESPN lists Colorado's Sean Lewis as one of college football's top coordinators. I hate to read these type of things because I feel like more light that shines on this guy, the more someone's going to grab him and take him away from us. But hey, listen, that's what it's all about. But anyway, let's go ahead and read this. Deion Sanders has put together a loaded football team and a star-studded coaching staff in just a couple of months as head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes. Perhaps the biggest name on the staff is Sean Lewis, who became the Buffs' offensive coordinator after leaving Kent State, where he was the head coach. Lewis's name even popped up in the OC search for Notre Dame, although he seems all set in Boulder. Adam Rittenberg of ESPN compiled a list of the top assistants in college football, and Lewis made the list. Here's what Rittenberg wrote about Lewis. He's not exactly an established assistant after spending the past 5 seasons as Kent State's head coach, but Lewis likely won't need much time at Colorado as long as he's successful to generate interest for higher profile FSB head jobs. We're going to go ahead and add head coaching jobs. He was among the top candidates for Cincinnati's head coaching vacancy before Scott Satterfield emerged late. Lewis is only 36 but brings coveted experience leading a program at one of the nation's toughest jobs and expertise running an exciting offensive scheme. The Chicago area native has worked mostly in the Midwest and Northeast, but now expands his footprints to Colorado, which will have extra eyeballs on it as the Deion Sanders era begins. There's a lot to like about Sean Lewis, and if you watch Kent State's offense, that is even more reason for the Bucs fans to be excited. Lewis is in Boulder for now, but if he does well, he can get some more head coaching opportunities next offseason. As you guys see, there's a lot of development around Coach Prime. The common denominator here is Coach Prime. People know that Coach Prime only deals with the best of the best. And whenever you have that, you're always going to have people looking in there. Expect some of these people to get higher jobs. Some of these people are in assistant coaching positions. So if you are an assistant under someone, you have loyalty, but assistant is an assistant. If you have an opportunity to go be a head coach somewhere, or you have an opportunity to go to the next level, which is the NFL, then that's what you want. Because eventually you want a head coaching job in the NFL. Unless you don't want that like Coach Prime. But if that's your goal, you set goals in life and you want to accomplish those goals. Nobody wants to be an assistant forever. I've been doing video production for over 20-something years. I'm not looking to go to somebody's video house to go work as a videographer. I'm fine right here on YouTube growing this channel. Do I have other opportunities to go do other things and go work other jobs? Yes, I do. But this is exciting. I like doing this. I want to do this. So here I am trying to build this because it's my own. It's my goal. It's my way. It's the things that I'm doing, and it makes me feel good about where I'm at right now in this place in my life. So that's what I feel like is happening. People are around Coach Prime. They have goals for themselves. This is not just all about Coach Prime. When you watch the video clip about Coach Prime getting the news from Mr. Hill, he was so excited. He was elated. He was, he embraced him like, brother, congratulations. You're moving to that next level. I'm proud of you. This is where we want to be at. It's only but so much time that you can keep elite people as an assistant. The people at the top of their game. When other programs need head coaches, or when other programs at the top level need other elite people. So I really appreciate the fact that people are getting opportunities, because a lot of us, we have the abilities. All we need is a little bit of an opportunity. If you just give us a little bit of an opportunity, we can thrive. And then give us room to grow too, to make mistakes. With all of that, then things can get better. Just like my channel, I'm listening to all your comments, whether it's negative or positive. I'm listening to all of them because I want to grow, and people want to grow. We just need an opportunity to grow. That is it for the TLP Sports Daily Tracker, guys. I'm Harry B, and that was the Liberian Perspective, TLP Sports Club. Blah.